So I'm recording this from the balcony of my hotel room. I'm at a business conference right now, and it's been eye-opening for many, many reasons. But probably the one that hit the hardest was that one of the speakers said something really interesting. He talked about how he had ADHD, and he mentioned that he didn't want his ADHD to go away. He considered his ADHD a competitive advantage. His ADHD was how he destroyed his competition. It was how he thrived. It was how he was so incredibly successful. I know I've heard lots of videos of people on YouTube and other platforms talking about ADHD being a superpower, and some people buy into that, other people don't. So there's lots of controversy and different opinions on both sides of that particular debate. But I think the thing that really hit me the most about all of that was he asked everyone in the audience to raise their hands if they have ADHD, and almost all of the speakers that were there and almost all of the audience that was there. In fact, the people who are neurotypical were really at a minority, not just like a moderate minority, but a huge minority. And so that really opened my eyes. And I know on the channel I talk a lot about engineering ADHD to use it as an advantage. Still, at times, we feel alone, right? We feel like nobody gets us, or that life is on hard mode. But this really resonated with me, just because I was in a room full of entrepreneurs and a room full of very successful entrepreneurial speakers, and almost everybody had it. And most of them talked about how they don't medicate. And oddly enough, there was a very high percentage of people in there that were martial arts practitioners too. And I'll make a video about that at some point in the future, about how ADHD and martial arts go so well together. But I think I just wanted to share how surprising it was to be in a room where ADHD was the rule, and not to have it be some like group therapy setting or something like that, but of very, very successful people, of entrepreneurs, business owners, people that were worth hundreds of millions of dollars, being able to say that they had ADHD and they considered it a competitive advantage. And then another speaker later in the conference mentioned that how everyone he knows that's successful, and again, this is in the millionaire range of entrepreneurs, right? These are very wildly successful, at least monetarily wise, wildly successful people. How most of the people he knows, almost all of them, actors, entrepreneurs, business people, I mean, you name it. How he talked about how almost all of them had some form of ADHD. Kind of opens your minds to the possibility, doesn't it? Or at least it does for me. I don't know. What do you think? Is this something that ADHD, not only can we engineer our way to thriving with ADHD, but we can turn it into a competitive advantage and use it to really make a difference in people's lives, to turn it around on its head, and instead of being the neurospicy that are the minority, I don't know, I guess we'd still be the minority, but the wildly successful minority, maybe? And another takeaway from this conference is I met a lot of people, a lot of really good people that are really trying to make a difference in the world, but that they're also human, and they have their faults, and they don't do everything perfectly. And if they can do it, why can't I? Why can't you? It's definitely something to think about. I'll post more takeaways about the conference later if you guys are interested. If you are, put something in the comments, let me know. Or if there's anything specific, if you have questions about ADHD and entrepreneurship, or even ADHD and martial arts or anything like that, post it in the comments below. Let's get a conversation going about that. But yeah, just very, very mind-opening for me how many people in that room had some form of ADHD. It was just absolutely incredible. So let's keep this going. Let's make a real difference in people's lives. Let's engineer the crap out of ADHD. I did that in the wrong order. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you. Join me in the next one when we engineer the crap out of ADHD.